Okay, so I know I'm live. Let me turn down the volume over there so that you don't get any feedback, and I think I am good. So today I am Dr. Annette Feravich, and I am here, and the music that you hear in the background is David Crowder from Crowder. And I am playing that music because in the beginning of that song, you should look at that. And in the beginning of that song, he says, Christmas is not over. And Christmas is not over because we still have the Epiphany. And the Epiphany, you should probably look that up. That'd be awesome if you look that up. What is the Epiphany? Okay, so yeah, and look up David Crowder's song too, because it's an awesome version of Carol of the Bells. You likely have heard it from Trans-Siberian Orchestra. And I'm not 1,000% ready yet, as usual. But I did get on almost on time, and not only am I on almost on time, but we are starting a new series here at A Healthy Mind, Body, Spirit. And I updated my website, and I put a few things out there on LinkedIn as well for you. And one of my New Year's resolutions is to start getting started on time. So sometimes I'll get started on time, and my hair will be a mess, and my lips will be naked. But I got that from my girlfriend. But I'm going to try and get here on time, and yeah, and that is part of my New Year's resolution, to be able to, and also to keep these things a little bit shorter. And so sometimes I may not look all together, but I will have my material together for you. And that is kind of going to be the advantage, hopefully, of seeing me live, is maybe just see some of these things. And also don't forget that you can chit chat with me as well. So yeah, I wouldn't have any Zoom because nobody's in on the Zoom. But the reason why I decided to do my my live broadcast on Zoom today is because I wanted to check out a few things that are actually easier to get when on my desktop. And so I can share my desktop with you very easily. And that's what I'm going to end up doing today. So as I said, I am starting a new series. And as I also said, I got on here on time, but there's a couple things that I'm missing right here. And one of them is my notes. So yeah, that's not, I want to see. Okay, facing the camera. Okay. Now we are starting a new series today, and the series is A Healthy New You. And so, little slogan, a happy now year, a happy new year. Let's take a look at my PowerPoint. This is the stuff that you're not going to like. And if I were really good at this radio show, I would continue to talk and joke and possibly do some dances. But on the edited video, you will see this is all cut out. So make sure that you go to my edited video. And one of the things that I have now is, again, this is my third series. And so in this third series, what I've done is I've got all my other series. So there's a series on self-esteem, and there is a series on love and sex in the 21st century. I just got done editing video number 6, or episode, no, I'm sorry. Yeah, episode number 6, a special episode. And that episode actually is, after I got done with episode number 7, which is loneliness and depravity. So one of the things I am encouraging you to possibly do is I am encouraging you to, let's see, make sure that I'm almost positive that you guys can hear me. I know I'm being recorded, and somebody join me and say that you can't hear me if you can't hear me for some reason. Because again, this is new technology. So, here. So what we are going to do this right now is, so you can get my Love and Sex in the 21st Century. I just finished editing episode number 6, which is a special episode. And the reason why is because what I might like you to do sort of in between, and this is going to be some of the things that I encourage you more so on the live videos, although I am trying to keep those shorter if I possibly can. And I will keep them shorter for the edited version is what we will have, but you'll have a little bit of information. So one of the things when I went to depravity and the concept of depravity, it was difficult to talk about because actually nobody talks about it, number one. And what is it? It's morally corrupt and wicked. So one of the reasons why I thought that this is so important, and what does it have to do with love and sex in the 21st century, right? Well, you know, you can kind of put 2 plus 2 together if you are, you know, closer to my age, pretty much, right? What does depravity have to do with love and sex in the 21st century? Anyone who's a little bit older can easily answer that question. And probably many young people could also answer that question. And so I just edited that video. It's a shorter video because I had a hard time making a bridge between philosophical look on love, which is basically what episode number 6 is about, a philosophical look on love. And so what that is doing is it's saying, okay, what's our approach normally from a natural perspective? Okay, so how are we made one way or the other to approach love? And, you know, one of the things that I put in the video is a video actually in my, in that special, and a couple other ones was a video on human zoos. So I really hope that you watch that video because it really will begin to show you the connections between love and sex in the 21st century and depravity. As I said, as I began to say, we have different ideas of what love and sex is. What does that have to do with what's going on today? Well, is there moral corruption and wickedness that is related to our love and sex? So short video, under 20 minutes. That's pretty short for me. And take a look at that link. And then I'll be editing number 7, loneliness and depravity. And then I will be editing number 8, which is God love? So if you remember what that does is it takes us from the bottom levels of that pyramid where we see we are only interested in self-gratification and asks the question, do we move up? And what is that motivation? What is that motivation? Because at the top, from everything I know, at the top of that ladder should be a loving God. And so that's the kind of thing that we want to take a look at. That's the kind of thing that we really want to question. Let me just take a look at a couple things over here. Yeah, I've got to trust I'm going live on YouTube because it says live on YouTube. So I've got to trust that. I've got to trust that you can also hear me and that everything else is working on that end. That's one of the things, though. I do really want to check something else out. Okay. There's a button on YouTube, and it doesn't show that I'm going live on YouTube, but I do know that it's going through Zoom, and I do think that there is another outlet over there on that I have, which is actually on the YouTube channel. It's on the YouTube. Okay. All right. So now what are we talking about today? So today is the schedule that I want to share with you. So that's what I was going to start doing is sharing my desktop, which is the reason why I decided to get on Zoom, because a lot of things are much easier for me to share while I'm on Zoom, and you can still see me. All right. So What is our topic now? In 2022, our new topic is a healthy new you in 2022. And you can see there. So my little slogan that I've got there, you might think it's a little cheesy because it is. Happy now year, happy wow year, right? Wouldn't that be awesome? So happy now year, because we're going to start doing it now. It's January 2nd, 2022. So 1022022. So now we're going to start doing it now. And when you get done, stick with me and you are going to say, wow. All right. So the first thing that I want to do is I'm going to stop the share for a minute now here and take a look at these other notes that I have. That's the reason why I got my notebook over here for you. Okay, so now what I want to do for you today is just lay the foundation of what I want to talk about for, it's going to end up being for the next few weeks. I didn't count how many weeks, but it's taking us into February. I know that. So we'll look at the calendar or the agenda in just a minute for what I have. But basically, the way that I'm going to take you to a healthy new you is exactly what this whole mission that I have, this whole meaning, this whole purpose, and this whole business of healthy mind, body, spirit. It's the reason why I'm on the internet, right? It's on the internet. It's the reason why I'm also on YouTube. I am on the internet. I'm on LinkedIn and I am on YouTube. And that's the point of this. Okay. It's the reason why I'm here is because I really think that in all the years that I've been around and all the different experiences that I've had, I really believe that I have something to share with individuals. Many of you may not know my story. And so just a little bit of a background for my story. I just lost my husband and I now call him my husband instead of my ex-husband, because out of 36 years we were together, we were only apart for a year and a half. He died in my house and in our house. He died in our house, and yeah, we were back in the house, and so it was a big. It's been a very big journey. This was just April 22nd. This year. So it's been a very big journey, and in parts of it, you can see the journey. In particular, some of it, more of it, you can see on the live videos where you get a little bit more of the background, and likely most of this I'm going to end up cutting out. But what I want to tell you is a little bit about my experience, and you can find that out when you go to my LinkedIn, right? So ask to connect, and I will connect with you. Go there and you can find out a lot more about my background, but also go to my About Me page that is on my website. And that's Lucy in the background. I have a feeling my neighbor's going to come over in just a minute, because he said he was going to stop by sometime. Okay. Lucy, come here, honey. She doesn't very often make a lot of noise, but when she does, usually means that there's somebody there. Okay, so I am not sure. Oh, there's the live stream. I was worried about where the live stream went. There we go. Okay. So let's take a look at a few places that I'd like you to go. And this is because you can get all the information. So you don't always have to go through all the information with me on these videos. You can pick and choose some of the pieces of information that you might want to get to. One of the things that I want to tell you about, first of all, is go to my website, first of all. And here is my home page. And there I have my new theme there, Happy Now Year. happy wow year. So make 2022 your year of change. All right. Yeah, that's why I talk. But and and you can see here then what I do is I go through here finding out how with my mental health, and what you can find out, just a short description of my mental health for healthy mind, right? A healthy mind. The physical health here, so just a short description of information on the physical health, healthy body, and then also some short description on the spiritual health, healthy spirit. So I'm covering all the bases. And that's actually what I would like to do with you as well. The start of this year. So what we're going to do on this journey for this new series, A Healthy New You, is we are going to go through those 3 areas and see how we can become. First of all, I'm going to start with the body. All right. So how can we have a healthier body? Because if we can get up to a certain baseline as far as our health goes relative to our body, and I know that things change all the time, right? I mean, we see these different variants of the virus that are coming around, right? So things change all the time. But maybe if we can get ourselves up to a very healthy baseline, like, for example, making sure that we have the appropriate amount. To come down a little bit more, to make sure that we have the appropriate amount of vitamin D. So one of the things that I want you to do as we are prepping for this new series is I want to make sure that you get some blood work done. And you can always go online and you can find where you can get some blood work done by the blood work. Actually, by what you should do is you should look at the blood work collected by individuals who are more alternative or holistic individuals. Even your chiropractor would be interested and would likely have a list, which is a lengthy list of blood draws that I would be interested. For example, if you came to me and I was looking at your nutrition and trying to give you advice, because I don't just give mental therapy. I also give therapy for your body. I am a health psychologist. I'm a positive psychologist, and I know the relationship between the mind and the body. But I also know, because I've also taken many nutrition classes as well, that we have to get our bodies up to a certain level. All right. So that's part of my background, is that I am a positive psychologist. That's my area of expertise. And what we look at is we look at the connection between the mind and the body. And that has to do with knowledge of the changes in your physical as well as your mental states. All right. So again, the very first thing that we want to do is we want to take off and we want to be able to look at a healthy body for 2022, because we can get a baseline. All right. And then we're going to go to a healthy mind, and then we're going to go to a healthy spirit. And right now, what I have is the agenda for a healthy body. I haven't even put together the agenda for a healthy mind, because this really is taking us, like I said, into February for sure. Okay. All right. So as I said, most of my information is going to be found at my website. And so go to my website, healthymindbodyspirit.net, and you'll be able to get things like information, general information on healthy mind, body, spirit. And again, this is my home page. So it'll take you right through all of the areas that I keep kicking this. That's the reason why I have to adjust myself. And in fact, that's exactly what I'm going to do, is adjust myself. Okay, because one of the things that we want to make sure that we are doing when we are sitting for long periods of time or anything is that we are sitting in comfortable positions so that we are not stressing our back. I'm going to talk to you about that as well. All right, so here we've got, again, mental health, physical health, and spiritual health on the home page at healthymindbodyspirit.net. And you can also get these educational videos as well. So all of my videos that I have, my series of videos, as I edit them, and again, like I said, I'm not fully edited, so I haven't fully edited these videos, but as I edit them, I will continue to put them out on my videos link. So you can see educational videos down here on the home page, which you can link to at the bottom, okay? Or you can link to those videos up here at the top from the top menu. And so you can see here what I did was I loaded just today my most recent video, which you can also find on YouTube at Dr. Annette Feravich. So search for my name, Dr. Annette Feravich, and you can find, there's not a lot of Feraviches, so you can search my last name and you'd likely find it as well under YouTube. Not that you would know how to spell Feravich, but F as in Frank, E-R-A, V as in Victor, I-C-H. Okay. So here you can see that I have under the videos, my most recent edited video. And so, so that's what I load up every time I edit a video, but I got a little bit behind there because as most of you know, I teach at a local university here in the Detroit metropolitan area in the beautiful state of Michigan, where now we have sun shining after the snow has covered our ground so beautifully. And I'm going to share that with you. I don't want to knock everything over here, but I really do want to share this with you because it's the most beautiful scene. If I get this light out of the way, it won't be so. And there we have a beautiful snow, but you can see it's already been melted off the trees because we have sunshine now. So it really is a wonderful January 2nd here in Michigan. I will tell you though, it was gray yesterday, that's for sure. Ugh. All right, so let me go and share back with you. So you can get those videos when you click on the videos, and it has my latest series as I edit them, as I've said numerous times now. So here's the first one, episode number 1, and there is my husband, Stuart. And you can see that was the episode that I decided to do when I decided to start doing these YouTube episodes. And one of the things that I decided was that when I thought about this business and actually starting these YouTube videos, and you can see I started that on Father's Day. So Father's Day is in July. So it was a few months after he had passed when I started the videos, but certainly a short time after he had passed. And the thing that I had decided when I started doing these YouTube videos was somebody had said, as I was doing my my research on all of it, somebody said, you need to get started because you're just going to end up, it's an endless fiasco, I guess, with learning the technology. And so the best thing is that you really just jump in and get started. And since I had a lot of knowledge in the area of technology, not this necessarily this kind of technology, but certainly technology, I wasn't afraid. And jumping in with both feet really has a lot to do with perspective. That's a lot of what we're going to be talking about when we talk about this year, when we get to our mental health series, right? On a healthy new you, better mental health. We're going to be talking a lot about perspective, but you can see a lot of that coming through in many of my videos. Let's take a look at some of the other videos that I have there in the series, shall we? Get faster at changing this too. All right, so there's, so far you can see, so the second episode in my series on love and sex in the 21st century is love and attachment. This is a really, really good video because we need to know sort of the foundations of our nature ties, which actually blend with nurture all the time, right? Of course it does. So that gives you an idea about, in particular, our attachment with as an infant, which you think oh my gosh, I have nothing I can do about that, but that's not true. So first of all, it is a combination of nature, nurture, this attachment style that we have. And the more knowledge that we have, the more power, because knowledge is power, that we have to control those kinds of things. So love and attachment was episode number 2. Episode number 3, what is love and what's different today? Part 1 and part 2. And one of the reasons why I did that, which is episode number 3 and episode number 4, one of the reasons why I did that in 2 parts was because there's a lot of, you think, well, what's a definition? Yeah, there's a definition of what love is. Of course, there's a definition of what love is. Although when I say, of course, nobody can really agree on what that definition really is or what it's supposed to be. But I can go to a dictionary and I can kind of get a psychological definition if I want to, and hopefully maybe that, or theories like Sternberg's triangular theory of love. And that's the thing that I wanted to present to you in those videos, was I wanted to present to you what we know about love. And what you'll know is that it really leaves you feeling like you were gypped out of it, right? Yeah, somebody sold you a bill of goods. Like, how could this be? How could we call ourselves scientists? And this is the very, little bit that we know about love and theories that we have on love. All right, so take a look at those. Let's go back and take a look at a few other ones that we have. So that series, I really feel like I've tried to give you the nuances, right, of what it really means when we're talking about real love as opposed to sex, and even animal behavior, right, and other things that show that I have integrity regarding my love and sex, and other things that are actually literally abusive and leads to depravity, but not quite there on the editing of that video. So here's number 5 that I just finished. Here's number 5 that I just actually loaded up here, which is, are we supposed to love ourselves first? I wish that I had more hits on this video, and I wish I had more hits on this video because I think it's spectacular. I get that I did it in a hotel room and that the view is not nearly as spectacular as what I just showed you. Nevertheless, it's a great video, and I'll tell you why it's a great video. It's a great video because we ask that question all the time. Don't you want the answer to that question, right? Are we supposed to love ourselves first? Don't you want the answer to that question? And everyone says the answer is yes, but no, it's simply not that simple. We are unable to love ourselves when we only love ourselves. So when we love others, actually first, that is how we love ourselves. So do we have to love ourselves? Yes, we do. But do we have to love ourselves first? No. And there is psychological evidence that demonstrates that we really benefit our body and our mind and our spirit, all benefit from these healthy choices that we make. And all benefit from giving of ourselves, those healthy choices that we make to give ourselves first. But they have to be choices, is what they are. They are choices. And this really is an important component then of a healthy mind, body, and spirit. And because right there, we can see that it is necessary for us to make a moral choice, right? We have to make a choice, and we either make, and the choice is yours. You can call yourself, it's still a moral choice, right? It doesn't matter to me, although it kind of does matter to me, the choice that you make, right? But whether you make a choice for depravity, right, to be morally corrupt, whether you make a choice for depravity, or whether you make a choice to love others, to love yourself, and also then to fulfill your meaning and purpose, it's still a moral choice. Either way, it is still a moral choice. Okay, all right. So are we supposed to love ourselves first? We have to make a moral choice. That's where our moral choice begins. We have two parts to episode number 6, because episode number 6 is a philosophical look at love. And you don't see anything there. I'm getting a picture. I know I'm supposed to be talking to you, but I don't even know who's here. So it also helps if I'm not talking, because it's easier to edit if I'm not talking. Bam, bam. All right, so I gotta reshare. Okay, so this is part 1 of episode number 6, a philosophical look at love. And so, as I said, what we do is we start defining what love is, and we define what love is using Maslow's hierarchy of needs, which many of you are familiar with. And what this does is it gives us sort of the baseline for this depravity. Now, I know I'm kind of going into a little bit more than I wanted to go into, but one of the reasons why I'm going into this, I'm going to see what I'm going to end up leaving in the edited video. I think it's important. And also I was just editing these videos, so they're very fresh in my mind, and I kind of want to give you guys, as I'm talking, I want to give you a little bit of some parameters on the information that you're seeing. You end up getting something that I think is very valuable, but that nobody else gets. And what you get that I think is valuable is you end up getting a series, an entire lecture series on things that affect your mind, your body, and your spirit. So we're not just, and I know you in the age of TikTok, who the hell is going to sit through these videos like this? You want to know who's going to sit through these videos? The people who are going to sit through these videos are the people who are really hurting, and the people who really need these kind of videos. And so what I'm hoping to show you from all of these different kinds of platforms that I'm asking you to take a look at is that I really am speaking your language. Take a look at my website. Take a look at my comments. Take a look at my LinkedIn page. Like the things that I say. Share the things that I say. In particular, my YouTube videos, share them. If you think what I am saying really resonates with you, that we can't be living and getting real information and real relationships, real edification, a building of your spirit and mind in this age of TikTok. And so it's not that you can't enjoy TikTok. I enjoyed watching Saturday Night Live's version of TikTok, which was amazingly funny. And I learned a whole lot more from TikTok, from that Saturday Night Live comedy sketch than I know from TikTok, because I'm not on TikTok. I know the problems and the outcomes health-wise and stress-wise of all of this social media. So it's about time that we started really realizing the effects that the social media has on us. We can see that in the rate of prescription medicine that we have. It's through the roof how many people are on prescription medicine. And this only feeds the same kind of mentality, the same kind of mental representations, the same kind of dynamics that we've been feeding far too long. We need to make a choice, a conscious choice, and that conscious choice will be a moral choice. One way or the other, it's going to be a moral choice. All right? Okay. So let's see what I just put up here. Oh, that's it. I'm going to share. Okay, so there are videos, and you can also get past series here as well, although those past series, as I get more and more series, will drop off. So I have the first series that I did was a video series on self-esteem. This, I have to say, it's an unbelievable series. It's really good because, again, I get to the nuances of these videos. And speaking of nuances, just let me share one thing with you. Sorry. I think you guys can still see that. So actually, I'll do a little search there. That was my live feed that you saw. Just looking over here. What else I have here? You can see my face up close and personal. So if you go to youtube.com, you can search for Dr. Annette Feravich. I'm on live right now. And you can see all my videos there. But speaking of nuances, my most recent video that I put there, and I know it looks like a long video, an hour and 43 minutes, in fact, is a long video. But that's my latest video, nuances that I have out there. That's not really what I want us to do. But here you can see a whole list of my videos too. Here was my last uploaded video. But Nuances is the last video that I put out there. And it was from a live, and it's, yes, it is a long video. It's an hour and 40 some minutes. But I will tell you that those long videos, I take right from the live version of the video, and I edit just only the front part of it, so I shorten up that video. Sorry about that. Sometimes when I'm doing 2 or 3 things, I have to get a little better at that, so I can make sure that these videos are a little bit shorter for you. But as you can see, there's a lot of things that end up getting chopped out when I edit the video, so I make it significantly shorter, and I'm getting better at that as well. So it just takes a little bit of time. I'm learning a lot of things here, as you can see. And as I said, I teach at a local university, and but they are neither affiliated or associated or endorse what I am saying and what I am doing. It's just where I get a lot of education from, is where I get it from. Because I teach classes. And so I teach a lot of different classes, and FYI, for my background, I teach, of course, positive psychology. I teach things like research methods. So I know when I talk about science, and this is what I'm saying, this is why you want to like and share the things. When I'm talking about science, it's because I know good science, and I know what is bad science as well. I teach it, and I teach it at a very high level of understanding, is what I mean. And I also teach classes like in social psychology, such as motivation. And I also teach classes on emotion. And so I know all of the research in those areas, as well as classes such as health psychology and even cognitive psychology and social cognition. I teach many different classes, which means I have to be up to date on the most recent information. And so that's what I try and share with you in these videos, is I'm trying to share with you the most recent information that I have on this mind, body, spirit combination. And again, nobody else is doing it. So please, the idea here is please like my videos, share my videos, because when you get experts who are saying the same thing that you are saying, then somebody can't say, hey, none of the experts are saying that, right? So you'll have an expert who's saying the same kinds of things you're saying. And that, of course, has more weight. Cross your fingers. I'm going to get a drink of water. Okay. So item number 1 crossed off. All right. So go to my LinkedIn page. So that was my Healthy Mind, Body, Spirit page, right? We also, you did see already my YouTube video page. I know there's probably going to be a time here where I forget to share with you. And then that will be corrected in the edited video. So I've already shown you my YouTube video page. And then the last thing I want to show you, which is going to take like an hour and a half to load up because it is the infinite scroll is what they call it. And that is one of the things that actually China is putting restrictions on their young people and their social media so that they do not have the infinite scroll. It makes people stay on their social media for hours longer than what they had originally intended. So it's a great way to minimize your children's time on social media. One of the reasons why, again, as I started, sorry about that. Let's go to my posts. Okay, so to get you revved up, if you have not, so go to my LinkedIn page and search for me, Annette Feravich, and my maiden name is there as well, Garcia. So you can search for me under my maiden name, Annette Garcia. And what I have there, I just posted a few things, a lot of things now that I had this Christmas break, I've been able to get caught up on a few things. And so I posted today this video, which is an interview with Margaret Feravich, who is a health expert, and she's a nurse over in Grand Rapids, Michigan at Spectrum Hospital. And she is really the most knowledgeable person in the healthcare industry that I talk with. And so that's a really great video that will give you a great background on some of the things that we're talking about. And if you wanted a short version, instead of attending all these weeks of some of this health information I'm going to be sharing with you, you could literally go and watch that video. The thing is you're not going to end up getting a lot of background information, and I'm going to give you more background information in the videos that are the health videos that are coming up. Couple things that I posted out there for your spiritual new year as well. But then here, what I did was I'm posting some information in LinkedIn. So please try and connect with me. If you see this video and you like what you see, connect with me here in LinkedIn. I always put out all the information, the details of the information. So this link here, and you can get them whether or not you're a member of LinkedIn or not. You can see all of my posts there available to all the public. But I'd like you to connect with me. So here, even though I don't have a pretty picture, this is a wonderful link right here. And what this does is it links you to recipes for the 7-day healthy cleanse. And so one of the things that I'm talking about today is how to get you ready then for the rest of this series so that you're all set and you're all ready. Well, one of the things that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to consider whether or not you are up for a 7-day cleanse. Now, and this website, I'll just show you what this website does. This website here, so that link that I have there in LinkedIn, the link I have right here in LinkedIn that has no pretty picture but says Shaklee Naturally Blog, that link goes to a bunch of recipes. And here are all kinds of recipes underneath each one of these links. So here you've got 4 different recipes. Here you've got different soup recipes. So different ideas for your healthy cleanse. One of the things I want to show you here too is that if you go to my website, you can click on Shop Shaklee, and that's where you can get any one of these items. All right, so there's my homepage for Shop Shaklee, and you can go into the shop and get any one of the items I'm talking about. But more than that, what you end up having availability to get is going all the way down. They give you some scientific information and how to locate that information, but also they give you a whole bunch of other information. One of the things here that I went to, this is Naturally, and this is the Naturally blog, is what I went to, where they have the healthy recipes available there. So here underneath, at the bottom of any of the Shaklee pages, you can get really valuable information like this Naturally blog. And if we click on that, you can also see that they have different tools there as well. So recipes, information on health and wellness, information on cleaning your home, and health tips on keeping viruses away, keeping yourself healthy by washing your hands, and what really constitutes organic and non-GMO. Again, so you can see down here at the bottom of the Shaklee page, they have all kinds of, it's like an endless rabbit hole with Shaklee information, honestly. And it's very valuable information about your health. So you can see what they mean by beyond organic. Again, this is at the bottom of any Shaklee website. It's 3 times above the US standards. Here we have 100,000 quality scientific tests that we do. It's the reason why I say go to the science, because I know Shaklee goes to the science. So there's all kinds of information there. Information on no animal testing, information on sustainability. So what are their environmental achievements? What have they done to help the climate? They have started million tree campaigns, planting over 1 million trees. And this isn't something new. Shaklee's done these kinds of things for years. Also information, let me see here. There's the non-GMO policy. And so what does that mean for this, to keep all of our Shaklee products non-GMO? And the biggest thing for me is that I know that Shaklee's motto is, it's since Forrest Shaklee started the business in 1956, the motto has been that Shaklee will never put anything in your body that will harm a single cell. And you can really see that they are committed to that when you take a look at their cleaning products. So we'll talk more about that down the road, but let's go ahead and let's see what else I have on the agenda. So visit my website, Healthy Mind, Body, Spirit. I think that's right here. I don't know what happened to it. Oh, no, that's not it. Doesn't matter. There we go. Okay, all right. So visit my website. On my website, you can also click and get right to LinkedIn. So there you can get right to my LinkedIn website and see all of my posts. As you go further down, I talk about the 7-day cleanse. So again, and there's a video. So on my LinkedIn website that you can scroll down and you can find out a little bit more about this healthy cleanse that I will be doing as well. All right, so this is a 7-day cleanse, and this is some information on the value in it. But I'm telling you that this is a really great thing to start your 2022 and get everything at a baseline as far as your health goes. A year ago, a little bit more than a year ago, before I started at Shaklee, and the reason why I started at Shaklee was because I was really having a lot of digestive issues, and those digestive issues, which I didn't know at the time, were translating into all of my faces were breaking out. I was breaking out. And that was really horrible because I really do have to get in front of people a lot, even if they are just, students. I have to get in front of a lot of people. And I've been making connections for a long time in the healthcare industry and other industry. And so that's a really horrible thing. And it really does make you look very unhealthy. And so there were many things that I tried, and I was on many expensive supplements, including taking 3 different probiotics, because if you know, the gut is our second brain. That's going to be one of the talks that we have. I was on 3 different probiotics, and we all know what probiotics help us do. And I had to switch them on and off, and some of them were $90 probiotics that lasted a month, and they lasted me 3 months because I switched them out with cheaper versions or whatever, that helped me do what I had to do. I no longer have to do that. I take Shaklee products, and I'll show you what they are, and I just showed you how reliable and it's a company with integrity, because those are the things that I believe in. And so if you're wondering about, what you should do to get yourself healthy, just don't go. Even if it's a great health food store, you still don't know what is on the shelves. There are many products that claim to be organic that simply are not, according to what you think might be the definition of organic, although they do meet FDA regulations. So that's why Shaklee products go above and beyond. That's why I use them, and they're delivered right to my door. I don't have to wander through those aisles any longer. I don't have to make a special trip to that special place that's got all of the special supplements that I need to buy and pay an arm and a leg for. They come straight to your door, and you can trust them. Every product they sell, you can trust. And that's why I use Shaklee. Okay, all right. So what do you need to prepare yourself for this healthy 2022, a healthy new you, a healthy now year? Well, what you need is, what I'm recommending are a few things. So first of all, I recommend that you, and these are things that some of them have to do with Shaklee, some of them don't have to do with Shaklee. All right, so the first thing I recommend is that you are drinking lemon water every day, and you're not drinking it out of plastic, but you're drinking it out of glass or stainless steel, and I prefer glass. I usually have something on the glass, so just in case I drop it, but I've only dropped one on campus once before. That was it. And drink it throughout the day. I was never a fan of water, and it was impossible for me to choke down water. And that's the truth. I drink a lot of milk, and many of you know that I actually drink raw milk. And that is supposed to not affect your stomach as much as other milks do, as much as processed milk does, as much as pasteurized and homogenized milk does. And I love dairy, and it does not keep me bloated, and it is not making my skin break out. But I do have to do these cleanses twice a year. There are other things that I like to eat. And so here's my recommendation. Again, a little scattered a little bit. So first of all, drink water. Drink lemon water, and drink it in a way that's palatable to you. All right. It was hard for me to drink water. I like the lemon in it, but I also put a little bit of stevia in it, and then I will drink my water. Now, somebody might have something to say about that, but we do know that stevia does not raise insulin levels like sugar does. And so I think I'm okay with the stevia until we come out with a report, probably sometime later on this year. We'll see. Okay. So drink your water, lemon water every day. It not only helps fill you up, but it helps break down the food that you eat. The acid in the lemon helps break down the food that you eat. Now, if you know anything about cancer and alkaline, you know you're supposed to be keeping your alkaline levels up. But if you know anything about digestion and alkaline, you know that you have to have a balance, because your alkaline levels cannot be so high because you are no longer digesting your food like you should. You can't absorb your food like you should with high levels of alkaline. So this is the reason why we need a balance between acidity and alkaline in our bodies. We're going to talk about that. But this lemon water helps get your body ready to absorb nutrients that it needs. Okay, so that's recommendation number one, is drink lemon water every day. All right. Number two, actually number one was to go to my websites. That was number one. But for your healthy new you, drink lemon water. Also, the second thing is I have to do a cleanse twice a year. Now, I have done a regular cleanse, a regular Shaklee cleanse, and then 6 months ago, I also did a liver cleanse. I'm going to tell you, and I did the liver cleanse without Shaklee's help, although other than it was a Shaklee representative who gave me the liver cleanse and also walked through the liver cleanse with me, because that was very rigorous. And it was very rigorous. It was much more rigorous than I prefer. And I wasn't convinced of the results like I was with the Shaklee 7-day cleanse, if you can believe that. So I did a whole week's worth of a liver cleanse, and I was not as convinced as I was that it did a great job as I was with the Shaklee 7-day cleanse. And so that's what I would recommend. Is I would recommend that in order to prepare yourself for this healthy new you, is that you purchase the 7-day cleanse. Now, let me show you how to purchase things through Shaklee. One of the things is that we are all independent distributors. And as an independent distributor, what that means is I basically, it's my business. It's a nutrition business. The reason why I started this business is if you've been with me, and why I have Shaklee, is because I trust Shaklee. I didn't expect to sell it, but I actually really do enjoy it, because I really do enjoy reading about and becoming more and more knowledgeable about the science about our bodies. I have got probably over 100, maybe not that many, probably about 60 CDs about Shaklee, about nutrition, that has been studied by Shaklee and Shaklee representatives. It's not just all about Shaklee, but a lot of it is about Shaklee, because when individuals study the nutrition, what they find out is the supplement of most value is a Shaklee supplement. Okay, so lemon water. Number two, I didn't say number two, although number one is LinkedIn and YouTube, right? Making sure that you do that. Number two is going to see a chiropractor. I never saw a chiropractor. Some of you know this story. I never saw a chiropractor. I had knee problems my whole life. I had 2 surgeries, one on each knee. That was, I had a meniscus tear in each knee. And so I had surgery to remove that tear, because they can't repair it. And of course, that diminishes your meniscus. Scientists, let's get on this knee repair thing. I should be able to have a new menisci in each one of my knees by now, it would seem, instead of this really invasive knee surgery, which I don't need, yet I still have terrible knees, right? Because I don't have bone on bone. So that's the reason why. But I've been going through all of this knee therapy for years and years since I dislocated my knee the first time when I was in 9th grade. So all of my life, I have been going to therapy for my knee, physical therapy, casts, dislocated knees, medical doctors, all kinds of things, specialists, sports specialists. And then I was finally going to go and get stem cell injections, and stem cell injections from somebody locally here in the Detroit metropolitan area who is also a chiropractor. And stem cell injections, as you likely know, are very expensive. And so what the chiropractor had said was, why don't you get a x-ray of your back first, and maybe we don't have to pay all that money for your surgery. Let's take a look at your back. And sure enough, all of those years of pain, and at the time that I saw him for knee injections, my knees every day were swelled to the size of melons. Every day. I never woke up. I never went to bed. All the time, continuously, my knees were swelled. Not a lot of liquid, but still a lot of pain. So you say, well, could you have gotten them drained? I did get them drained, but not a lot of liquid came out. And again, the problem wasn't my knees. So I did all kinds of things to help repair the knees. And I found out that the problem was actually my back. And this shouldn't be surprising. So number 2, I would like you to think about and consider seeing a chiropractor. And then also consider I thought I had it up here, but I don't. So give me just a minute to put it up here. Okay. So here you can see each one of your vertebrae that separates their or protects basically your spinal cord. You can see each one of those areas of your spine are coded. So you've likely heard that, right? C1, C2, C3, right? And then we end up getting to the second area of your spine, the thoracic spine there. So TH1, and so they are labeled there. And then you've got your lumbar spine, right? And then you've got your sacrum and your coccyx there. And each one of those areas, then you can see, I'm not quite sure why I had to say each one of those areas. Each one of those areas you can see there are associated with areas of your body. And so here, what I had was down here, this L1, L2, L3, L4, and especially L4 and L5 here. What I had was I had fallen out of a tree and my spine was completely straight here. And so there was great fatigue in my lower legs and in my feet in particular. In addition, I also had lots of gut issues as well. I wasn't digesting food like I should. And a lot of that ended up being the cause of the reason why I had the reason why I was having skin problems on my face. All right. So again, many of these issues, what did I end up doing? I ended up seeing 3 dermatologists for skincare for my face that gave me all kinds of products including antibiotics and whatever that stuff is called for your face. I don't even remember now. Benzidine or something like that for your face. I don't think that's it. For your face, and ended up drying out my face and wrecking my gut. So we really need a lot of alternative care in the area of dermatology, and a lot of money to be made, because I promise you, they do not have a lot of science behind what they do. Most of our skin problems don't have anything to do with bacteria because we don't wash enough. Almost all of our skin problems have to do with our gut. All right, so what we're going to be talking about is health, but a lot of what we're going to be talking about is gut care as well. So lemon water, see a chiropractor to see if those nerves are being squished or damaged. And again, the thing that you want to take a look at is, where are your problems? Where are your issues? Mine were with my gut and bloating, and of course in my legs and feet and knees. They were hurting and aching all the time. What about your hip bones? Take a look before you end up getting hip surgery. You want to make sure that you are in alignment. Those are for older people, problems for older people. What about problems for younger people? Take a look at your neck area. Are you having migraine headaches? Are you having problems with tinnitus, for example? What about thyroid issues? Take a look at, go to a good chiropractor, get some good back x-rays, and take a look at what might be preventing the flow of nerves, which means that they're not getting messages, and those messages just aren't about pain, because the majority of pain, your body knows how to stop the majority of the pain. What those nerve endings may be doing, though, is really causing problems in other areas of your system. So make sure that you take a look at that. All right. Now, even though the whole thing was supposed to be about the agenda, I wanted to make sure that actually most of this forefront of these issues that I'm talking about is the majority of what I wanted to talk about. And then we'll just simply go through the agenda. So what you need to do is take a look at purchasing. Well, I'm not going to show it to you here. Yeah, I am. This is Shaklee 7-day cleanse. Okay. All right. And so think of when you purchase, as I started to say before, we are all independent distributors. And so when you purchase, you need to purchase from my Shaklee website. All right. So another thing that you want to get familiar with from my website . Again, I should be talking in between there, but if I talk, then it ends up being something important, and there's no video that goes along with something important. So I stop talking so that my voice coincides with the video. All right, so if you go to my website, go to Shop Shaklee. And it's important for you to go to Shop Shaklee. It will take you to my homepage at Shaklee website, but then go into the Shop button, if you would. And the reason why is because, as I said, we are all independent distributors. And as independent distributors, we need to make our own money. I'm employed by this. And if you purchase, you want to purchase, I want you to purchase from me, because somebody else might get it. And I don't know who's going to get it if you end up going to US Shaklee. But it's very difficult to purchase unless you know somebody. So make sure that you're looking for my website. And you can get that through healthymindbodyspirit.net. myself down here. You can get that from healthymindbodyspirit.net. But you can also search for my name. It's the best. It's best. It's a personal website, so they're very difficult to find. It's not a worldwide web. It's not a www website. It's a PWS, personal website, PWS website, and that's why it's hard to just directly go there. So because it would be pws.shaklee.com / healthy mind body spirit / that's what you need. Okay, but you can go to my website, click on Shop Shaklee, and then click on Shop, and you will be there, and it will be my website where you'll get to where I will get the credit for your purchases. Now, if we just take a look up here and we go in, and I'm going to put in and do a search for cleanse, you can see here that the 7-day cleanse comes up here, and what this contains then is a daily packet for 7 days, and you'll end up getting a morning packet and you'll end up getting an evening packet. And what this contains is they're probiotics, so it's a very good probiotic. It also contains a liver detox, and then this helps, again, help detox your liver and protect the cells that are in your liver. Alfalfa complex. Alfalfa complex is it's one of their first supplements that they made, and alfalfa gives us a lot of greens that we need. And then finally we have, and that helps with the digestion as well, and vitamin K that we need, which helps with the digestion, and it also helps with absorption of vitamin D, for example. And then also Herblax, which contains senna, and senna is a gentle laxative. So you take this for 7 days, and again, it's in this convenient package, and the cost there for you, if you are a member, is $41.20 for that 7-day cleanse. And again, it contains all of that, and that will help get you prepared for a healthy new you. Now, another thing that I often recommend as well are a couple other things. All right, so if you take the 7-day cleanse, or even if you don't and you want to get started with the healthy new you, Shaklee offers what is called the Prove It Challenge. And the Prove It Challenge contains a 7-day cleanse as well as a 30-day supply of what you need as far as vitamins, minerals, and nutrients in order to get you started with a healthy new you. So it's in a really convenient package. I'm not going to show you it that way. I'm going to show you it. I'm going to get it for you this way. And actually, what I'm going to do, I'm not going to do a search for it. I'm going to go under the nutrition link, and there you have Prove It Challenge. Okay, and under the Prove It Challenge, what you can see there is they offer you, for first-time buyers, your first-time purchase only, you get a special on that Prove It Challenge for $159, where the regular price is $248. So you can see here what you end up getting is you get the 7-day cleanse, and then what you also do is you get yourself a 30-day supply of daily vitamins and minerals. And then you also get your choice of 2 different flavors of protein drinks. I recommend that you get strawberry. Strawberry is delicious, but everybody likes something, different. But what this does, again, is it gets you started with just the basic foundation. But let me show you something about their 30-day supply of supplements and what you get in their 30-day supply. And this you can also find on my LinkedIn page. But their 30-day supply contains these convenient packets. And in these convenient packets, you get this little Pearl probiotic, which is amazing. It's all that you need, except for one other thing that I'm going to tell you about, all right, for just occasional use. But the probiotic here, that little Pearl probiotic, is an amazing probiotic. I like it better than the Optiflora probiotic that they have in the 7-day cleanse. Sorry about that. In the 7-day cleanse. So you actually get both the Optiflora and the 7-day cleanse, and you get this Pearl in that Prove It challenge, because that comes in your 30-day supply of the vitamins and supplements, vitamins and minerals that are in the supplements there. So that comes with a probiotic. It comes with a B+C. So extra B vitamins, B complex, and extra C. It comes with 2 multivitamins, and it also comes with 2 omega-3s, which are really important to get those fatty nutrients that are good for us moving through our body. So in the Prove It challenge for $159 for first time purchase, you end up getting a 30-day supply of these really valuable supplements, along with the 7-day cleanse and with 2 protein drinks. Now, let me tell you about those protein drinks. I drink them every day because they are so delicious, but I like the strawberry. So this is where I get, and I also like to drink them with raw milk. So it's like a milkshake to me. They're so thick, and with the milk, it's so delicious. They are a milkshake. If I were to freeze it, it would be just like ice cream. I'm really quite sure. So that's the thing about the protein drinks. They offer, obviously they are protein builders. And have I noticed greater strength in my legs and my back? Yes, I have, but I don't know if that's due to the protein drinks. But I do know that Shaklee products are really great products. So check them out. And like I said, you might want to get started either with the 7-day cleanse, or go for it. Get your body on a basic level playing field. Get your blood work done. Go to a website where you can find where alternative, like chiropractors, for example, or other holistic individuals have on the internet a blood report. That's actually where I got my blood report. Was I went to the internet and I looked up a pretty complicated blood report, and your insurance will likely cover it. Talk to your doctor, ask your doctor for this. And the biggest thing there, no matter what your doctor gives you, is you need to make sure that you are getting a report on your vitamin D. That will also help get you ready for a healthy new you. The very first topic that we're talking about after this one, I wanted to make sure, is about vitamin D. So get your blood work done, and in particular, know your vitamin D, and that will also help you get you ready for this healthy new you for 2022. Okay, so a couple ways to go about it. You can get just simply this Shaklee 7-day cleanse. You can likely go online as well. But the big thing about this is it really is everything that you need, and it was a better cleanse than the liver cleanse that I did 6 months later. I do these cleanses once every 6 months, and I will be doing the cleanse with you as well. So I will start the cleanse the 3rd week of January for me, so I can get you guys all, let's do it the 3rd week of January, so I can get you guys all up and ready to do it with me, and we'll all do it together. The other thing that you want to know about doing this cleanse is that the diet is equally important. So if you're not committed to the diet, you're not going to get the benefits of the cleanse. But because I was committed to the diet, I had a really amazing outcome, whatever, from this cleanse, right? I had really amazing results from this cleanse. And that again is because I followed the diet. And the diet very easily, or very simply put, is 75% vegetables, 25% fruits, and a tiny little bit of fats in your diet. That's the reason why you want to go to those websites that are available there at Shaklee, because it's not easy to do that kind of a cleanse. And going to, at the bottom of every web page, you've got where is it? Oh, there it is. Naturally blonde. Duh, sorry. At the bottom of every page, we have got this naturally blog and a link. It's in different places. And this is where you end up getting recipes for the 7-day healthy cleanse recipes that I had showed you earlier. So take a look at those and you could really get some delicious food and make this 7-day cleanse really easy for you. Okay. So get yourself prepared by getting the 7-day cleanse. And if you want to go all in, get your body ready for the Prove It Challenge. And after 30 days, including the 7-day cleanse, you want to start with the 7-day cleanse. The Prove It Challenge will have you start with the 7-day cleanse. And then you will, after that, you will finish off with your vitamins and minerals and your protein shakes. And then you will see where your health is after that. And not only where your health is, how you feel. And then if you would email me at Dr. Feravich, Dr. F as in Frank, ERA, V as in Victor, ICH, at healthymindbodyspirit.net, your results, because that's what I want to hear. The reason why I use Shaklee products is because I have found great results. Let's get our bodies ready for 2022. Okay, other things that you might want to think about. Shaklee always starts with the sale, and I talk about this in my LinkedIn early in 2020. I'm sorry, early in the month, every month. And so we haven't seen what sales we're going to have for January yet. So hold off, and you might want to make these purchases in a few days. We usually hear the sales by January 4th. So just wait, and I will have the sales up as soon as I can. If you see in my website, I'm holding a spot on my website for those sales. So if you take a look at under body is where I have information on health. So here I have immunity boost, and then I've got a space here for the January specials. So through December 6th, there's 15% off of 3 products that are in this good health list of products. But and also take a look at what they have for meology for kids. We're going to talk about that later on, but they have won a nutrition award for this. If you are looking at getting your kids on a regular regimen because you're really worried about this virus and you're really worried about them being in school with this virus, look at the meology that they have for kids. It is really affordable, number one. When you have more kids, you pay less for it. You end up getting it in individualized packets, which the kids love, and they're delicious. They have multivitamins in there that are delicious for the kids. They get used to taking their vitamins as a supplement as opposed to a pharmaceutical for problems. That's what you're getting them used to. Good health practices. It conveniently comes to your door in 30-day packets, and each child has their own packet, and they feel responsible for their own health. It's won nutrition awards, and it's a wonderful thing. Check out Meology. For adults, you get your individualized packets for exactly what you need, but also check them out for kids because they are wonderful, especially if you're worried about the virus and all of these new variants coming along. Okay. So January specials I will have in this space. So when I hear about the newest January specials, you can go to my website, www.healthymindbodyspirit.net, and click on body is what you want to click on, because that's where I've got healthy body information. And that's where I keep my Shaklee sales. Then when you want to shop Shaklee, you click on the link up there that says shop Shaklee. All right. And there's information on meology right there. And they also have at the bottom there, they always have current offers there as well. So you're able to see the current offers that you've got. So here we see Shaklee will plant a tree with every purchase of a Get Clean starter kit. So this is part of their environmentally friendly approach, right? You can see here that when you have multiple kids, this is the meology for multiple kids. So you get multiple discounts there, the Prove It Challenge discount, flat rate shipping, and then other things that you get when you join. Veterans join free. And if you make a purchase of $150, which you will if you get the Prove It Challenge. So the Prove It Challenge not only comes with all of those wonderful things to get you ready for a new now you, but it also comes with membership. And what membership means is that you get membership pricing on all of your purchases. And that membership pricing is lifetime membership pricing. And so if you take a look at, for example, let's take a look at the Vitalizer, which is your 30-day supplement. I take the Vitalizer Gold here. And I want to show you what is in that Vitalizer and why it's so important for you to get this 30-day supply of your vitamins that you take every day. Why is that important? If you go take a look at my posts there in LinkedIn, I have got a post there that shows you that I was helping everybody get ready for this, a healthy new you. So I have a post there here that shows you what you get in this daily strip. So take a look at that. Oops. Here, you get as much as 1 cup of Brussels sprouts a day. You get as much as 1 dozen eggs, as much biotin as there is in 1 dozen eggs. You get as much calcium as is in 3 slices of cheese. You get as much vitamin B6 as in 17 bananas. You get as much folic acid as you can find in 8 cups of cooked green peas. You have as much niacin as there's found in 5 chicken breasts. You have as much phosphorus as found in 1 cup of cooked soybeans. You have as much lutein, and lutein helps you lose weight, as there's found in 32 spears of asparagus. So take a look at this. This isn't just a bunch of hype. This actually gives your body what it needs. And if all of that is in there, like they say it is, then you surely will feel the difference that this daily supplement packet that you can just throw right in your purse is going to make. I've heard people say it. I felt it. I have energy like I haven't had before. Now, a couple other things, though, that I want to tell you that you also might want to get ready. Maybe you only want to get the 7-day cleanse and see whether or not that works for you, and you're going to try that. One other thing, especially if you have gut problems or digestion problems, one other thing I would recommend that you also get is what's called Easy Gest. This is Shaklee's Easy Gest. And in the video that I have, A Healthy New You, with Nurse Margaret Feravich. I talk about the Easy Jest because she's talking about digestion problems and the things that you need, the supplements that you need in order to help fix some of those digestive problems. And she mentions every ingredient that you can find in this Easy Jest. Now, if you have gut issues, I take this every time I eat something that I either know is going to disagree with me or actually does disagree with me. So some of the things you want to also prepare yourself for is you want to think about what foods disagree with you. I know pork disagrees with me, and likely pork disagrees with a lot of people. And the reason why is because pigs can't get rid of the toxins because they have no pores. So pork can have a lot of toxins in it. And I find that after I eat pork, I have a lot more breakouts or I have a lot more problems with my skin. Pay attention to some of those things around the full moon, because I promise you we have increases in parasites during a full moon. And we also, therefore, we have increases in some of those skin issues as well. All right. And it's not bad to think about doing your cleanse during a full moon or right before a full moon cycle. That would really help you. And that's what we're going to do at the third week in January. So right around that full moon cycle is what we're going to be doing. Okay. So what was I saying? I was saying about Easy Jest and digestion issues. Take a look at doing this during a full moon cycle. And a lot of times, like I said, we have issues with other things like parasites. And so what I want you to do is to take a look at the improvements that this can make for you. All right. So if you're thinking about getting just this 7-day cleanse, join me and we will do this together the third week in January. I would also recommend, if you have gut problems, getting this Easy Jest as well. And I take it, again, just sporadically whenever I eat something that disagrees with me. Another thing I take it with is when I eat bread, because the gluten in bread disagrees with me. So I always take Easy Jest when I eat bread, and I always take it when I eat pork as well. And any other time that I feel that bloating and gurgling in my belly, right? Okay. All right. Is there anything else? That's it. So that's it. Let's get to the agenda is what that's it about. I wonder if I can do a slideshow here. No, it likely won't show up. Never mind. Okay. And here is our agenda for 2022. So this is all the way through February 20th. A lot of times I also I slide in some other things there, but this is what I have for you so far. So today we are getting ready for 2022. So I gave you all the information that you need to start your healthy body habits in 2022. Again, make sure that you go to my website, Healthy Mind, Body, Spirit, and click on Shop Shaklee in order to get some of those things like the 7-day cleanse, the Easy Jest, and also a Prove It Challenge that's on special. Okay, January 9th, the following week, we're going to talk about what's different about food today. Excuse me, what's different about food today, and in particular, how it's affecting your gut. All right, so we've heard about GMO, we've heard about non-GMO, we've heard about organic. What is organic? So why are we having all these gut issues, and why does everything need to be non-GMO, and why does everything need to be organic? So what's different about our food today, and how does it affect your gut? On January 16th, we're going to talk about weight gain and weight loss and exercise. So what's up with all this weight gain? What's up with this problem of obesity? And then how can we better lose weight in healthy ways, maintain our weight? And then also, I want to talk about exercise as well. We know that there are a great many benefits to exercise. And so what are those benefits? We know that they exercise decreases depression better than almost all pharmaceuticals that we've demonstrated. So exercise decreases depression, exercise decreases anxiety, and exercise increases cognitive functioning. What more do you want, right? What more do you want? So I was gonna bump that. I know, to eat anything that we want and still be skinny or thin, not skinny, or not even that, right? Maybe a little curvaceous, right? A little healthy. Okay, January 23rd, we are going to be taking a look at sugar. I've said this before, just a little hook for you is that sugar is addictive. And what is not addictive are things like carbohydrates are not addictive. Fats are not addictive, yet we've had complete campaigns to eliminate fats and carbs from our diets. Where's the campaign to eliminate sugar? And yet we know that sugar is, of those three, it's the only one that's addictive. So we're going to talk about sugar and what is insulin resistance. On January 30th, we're going to talk about supplements versus medication, even define them so we can definitively look at differences. And then we're also going to be talking about our immune system. So some of the effects that both of those things have on our immune system. On February 6th, there's a popular topic because many people have thyroid issues. So what does this mean, having thyroid issues? What does it have to do with our adrenal gland? Why does it have to do with us feeling down in the dumps or tired all the time? And how is stress related to thyroid malfunctions, adrenal gland dysfunction, and stress? On February 13th, because I'm so proud of the fact that Shaklee is so environmentally conscious, I have to talk about their Get Clean products. And also, that's another thing that you might want to think about for some of the things that you might want to think about purchasing, maybe not right away if you're going to do our cleanse, but to think about getting some of those Get Clean products. Shaklee really does have a lot of great products, and their cleaning products have been around for decades. And again, they leave no carbon footprint at all. Not only that, they're actually looking at some of their cleaning supplies actually giving back to the earth. So who even knows? You're going to toss out your little dryer sheet and it's going to plant a tree. Who even knows? I don't know. But that's the kind of integrity that Shaklee company has. All right, that's it. That's all I have. So all I had to do was present the agenda, but I also want you to get ready. So getting ready includes drinking lemon water every single day. Make sure that you have glass bottles or stainless steel bottles in order to drink your lemon water out of, and make sure that you have lots of lemons as well, because you want to put a good half a lemon in there. All right. All right. Make an appointment with your chiropractor and see if there's anything that may be preventing you from getting those messages to your brain. Do you have brain fog, right? Do you have breathing issues, right? So I noticed a difference in my breathing after I went to go see my chiropractor, because I have a crooked spine right there behind my lungs. And if you have gut problems, so consider making an appointment with the chiropractor. That could help you out immensely with some of your physical problems. I have to tell you, I said, that I've noticed because the firmness come back in my legs and in my back and my lower waist because I am seeing a chiropractor. But the pain in my legs and feet was almost indescribable. I told my chiropractor it felt like the entire weight of my body, which makes sense, but it doesn't, is on my legs. It shouldn't be. My torso, my core should be carrying a lot of that weight. My back, my spine should be able to take a lot of that weight. I should not be carrying all of my weight on my knees, feet, and legs. And think about that. So what's hurting? Is it below the knee? Is it above the knee? Is it between the waist and the knee? Oh, is it just in your gut? What are the issues? So think about those. All right. Okay. So see a chiropractor. Number 2, visit my websites, right? Don't forget to visit my websites. Don't forget to like and share those things and subscribe to my YouTube channels as well, or connect with me in LinkedIn. I'm on very little social media because I know the damage that it does. All right. And then purchase your Shaklee cleanse. Get ready for your Shaklee cleanse. That means purchasing the 7-day cleanse. It just makes sense. You'll be amazed. And also don't forget, all Shaklee products are guaranteed. So you can take the 7-day cleanse. You can take everything in this packet. You can take everything in the Prove It Challenge and say you just didn't feel the difference and get your money back. And they are true to their word. There are plenty of things that I didn't like, that I didn't think worked, that because I spend a lot of money at Shaklee, I get my money back. So they are all 100% guaranteed, and you don't get the runaround from the customer service. They are available, and they are very, very helpful with everything, whether or not you're just a member, free membership with Prove It Challenge, whether or not you're a member, or whether or not you are a distributor. That was one thing that I wanted to take a look at also, just really quickly. Was differences in membership pricing. So here you can see well, let me look at your multivitamins. So if we take a look at, these are the multivitamins that I take, and I'm glad that I went here and took a look at this with you, is because no matter what, even if you don't decide to purchase the 30-day supply of vitamins that end up giving you that entire strip of everything you've ever needed and then some, right? Even if you decide not to purchase that, it's really nice, actually. You can see here in the packet. So they come, all bound together in these nice little packages that you could break apart. And you break them apart, and like I said, you can drop them in your purse. I break them apart and I put them in this little container that I have. And then I just grab a few of them and I throw them in my purse. So they're so convenient. But let's say that you don't want to purchase that. The thing that I find that people simply do not do is purchase a multivitamin. So they pay an exorbitant amount of money to get thyroid medicine or thyroid supplements. They pay an exorbitant amount of money to get probiotics and for all kinds of specialty supplements for their joints or for their mind to get cognitively clear. And yet they don't think anything about taking a multivitamin. Let me give you some information. First of all, not only does a multivitamin get you the essential vitamins that you need at a regular baseline, but also it ends up then helping work with other vitamins and minerals so that you can absorb the things that you need. For example, many people are taking vitamin D, and I just saw an ad online. And this isn't unusual either. So here I found online a vitamin D3. I don't even know what this MK7 is, although I'm sure that they're going to tell you what it is. Probably some. Oh, with vitamin K, that's what it is. So a lot of times what you're finding is you're finding that these individuals are offering you expensive vitamin K expensive vitamin D because it contains vitamin K. Yet we don't need to have extra vitamin K. Individuals, if you're taking your multivitamin, in the multivitamin, you have enough vitamin K that you need in order to help you absorb the vitamin D. And vitamin D needs to be absorbed. So one other thing you might want to check out is you might want to check out Shaklee vitamin D because you need to get your vitamin D level up. And as you can see, it's vitamin D3 is what is necessary. And if you take your multivitamin, and even if you don't, it's not necessary because we don't find individuals are deficient in vitamin K. So you typically have enough vitamin K that you don't have to go and pay the $40 for vitamin D because it also includes K. What you want to do is get 2,000 international units of Vita D3 here from Shaklee for only $10. Now let me show you also here, if you are a member, you get $10. Here you can see the retail price if you are a non-member is a little bit more expensive, right? So what do member benefits get you? They get you a 15% off of the retail price automatically all the time, and you never have to renew it. So for a lifetime, you will end up getting those member benefits. All right, so that's another purchase you might want to think about making is getting your vitamin D, only $10 at Shaklee. All right, so, but remember also what I said, so vitamin, what are the things that you want? You also want to think about getting your multivitamin as well. And when you go to the Shaklee website and you're shopping around, you scroll down and you can take a look at the product details there, and it will tell you and show you what is on the labels. All right, where's the label? Oh, there we go. So there's a product label. If you click on it, and every one of the products that they have here at Shaklee, you can click on it and you can take a look at the label. And there you can see all of the vitamins that they have and all of the minerals that they have and the percentage of daily value that it equates to as well. All right, so take a look at those. So that might also help get you prepared as well. So lemon water, see a chiropractor, get a multivitamin, purchase some vitamin D. It's critical in these winter times. We are all D deficient. Get a blood report as well. And think about also purchasing the Prove It Challenge. You can purchase it anytime. You have that deal. The deal's been around for a long time. I don't see that deal going away anytime soon. Okay. And visit my YouTube channel, my LinkedIn, and my website, healthymindbodyspirit.net. This is Dr. Annette Feravich. Thank you for joining me. This is the first time I did this on Zoom, so hopefully everything will work out and I will be able to edit this video and get it up on YouTube for you ASAP. You have a great January 2nd. Happy birthday, Michelle.